First of all, the incident which happened on 31st night, it should not have happened. On this context, one of my journalist friend asked me for a reaction, and I told him these incidents of New Year celebration and congregation happens every year. I never attributed or never even mentioned the word molestation. I don't know how this whole thing took a different turn and altogether given an impression that I made a statement that molestation happens every time, which was absolutely wrong. And I subsequently, the next day, I made a statement and which I released it to the press. I want to reiterate that statement today. I am extremely pained by the fact that my statement with respect to the alleged molestation incident on New Year Day has been interpreted out of context and not taken in its entirety. I sincerely believe that the choice of every citizen of our country should be respected. Women have equal rights, respect and protection under our Constitution. From the day I took over as Home Minister, I have stressed on the protection of women and children and will continue to do so. Bengaluru police is working round the clock, going through footage of all the CCTV cameras and following up on all the leads available. We will take necessary actions suo motu and also request anybody who has any information to come forth with and report to the police. In this context, I would like to request all media friends. I was told that many of you were there on that night. I could see in the footage of the CCTV, many of you are OB-vans. So that means many of you were there in those celebrations. If you have any clippings that molestation has happened, and if you have captured that, I personally request you, because you have already aired that molestation has happened. You have already printed some still photographs and circulated. So I would like to request the media friends to give us the footage if you have, because in our CCTV we are examining. In addition to that, it will support to us to catch the culprit if there are any, then it will help us. So I appeal to all the media friends to help us in this. So my statement, I have reiterated, and I have full respect. I have sisters, my mother, my wife. I am not such a person to treat women in a different sense. So please, because this is not the thing that one would expect, we all respect our families, We all respect our women folk. We come from that kind of a culture. We never seen them in a bit different, sense. I'll come to that one by one. So, the second point I would like to mention is the Kammanalli incident. Kammanalli incident also should not have happened. Police has already registered an FIR. We will soon bring those culprits to the books. We will not spare them. We have already got some leads which our commissioner will explain to you at a later point. He will address the press and give you further details. Regarding Governor asking for a report of this incident, yes, he has asked the government to submit a report, which we will do it. There are certain measures additionally we have taken. I have asked the commissioner to install additional cameras, CCTVs. Nearly 550 new CCTV cameras are going to be installed within 2 months at a cost of 39 crores. We have at the moment dial 100 about 15 lines. We are going to increase that to 100 lines, 24/7. This is going to cost us another 14 crores, which we are going to do it within 2 months. We have already planned to recruit more women in the police force. From 5%, our target is to increase to 20%. This is not because of this incident, because this is our program, which we are going to do it, and recruitment separately for women is going to happen. Once again, I would like to reiterate that our government is committed to the safety of women and children, and of course the other citizens as well. Another question,
You have been talking about how you have quoted out the content, but in the interview that you did, you specifically said that it's unfortunate that many of our youngsters have a Western mindset, particularly a Western story.
No, it is not. It is not in this context. You see, I think some of you had written that I studied abroad. Yes. Yes, I studied abroad. I know the Western culture. I don't disrespect that. I have never said that. I have never said that I disrespect Western clothing, Western culture. Everybody is a free. No, unfortunate, nothing to do with molestation, nothing to do with westernized culture. I said this incident. I was referring to the incident. It's not to dress, not to molestation. I referred it to the incident. Now also I say that this incident, it is unfortunate. It should not have happened. Nothing wrong in saying that.
So questions were raised on a possible vacuum in police leadership on New Year's Eve. There was an old commissioner going, a new commissioner was coming in. Was there a vacuum in police leadership in the city?
No, absolutely, that is not true, because the commissioner was changed because we have a promotional system wherein an IPS officer is promoted on 31st and he has to report on 1st. He must report on 1st. So that transition happens only the next morning, not in the night. So commissioner didn't hand over the charge in the middle of the night. He handed over the charge what time? Next day afternoon. So till that time he was the commissioner. Till that time every officer was there. So you can see even in the CCTV, our deputy commissioner was on the street. You can see, and he was also transferred. but he was still there on the street because this charge ceremony will happen only the next day. And in fact, the new commissioner addressed all of you on first, wishing you, and he was happy taking over the charge and what all he wants to do and all that. He has addressed all of you. But nobody has raised a question saying that there was a vacuum or there was an incident.